Всем привет! Добро пожаловать на канал Ника Джейн! И сегодня мы с вами снова окунаемся в игру 10 свиданий. Ну что, поехали! И, ребята, сегодня мы с вами сыграем за Райана еще раз. Надеюсь, он сегодня уже будет не один, а с кем-то. Поэтому поехали. В этот раз я хочу все-таки пооткрывать тех девушек, с которыми мы как бы не открыли Райана. Ну, как бы, вот. И, так что, так, какая фотография, какая снимка, какая фотография. Блин, Райан, ну у тебя хуже фотографии вообще я не могу. Ну вот это мне еще нравится, давай. Так, финансы, здравоохранение, другое, что там у нас? Путешествие, что у нас там? Еда, напитки давай, ну спорт, фитнес давай, ну мы же там это вообще. И мы Овен. Все, сохраняемся та же самая, но, по-моему, только интересы мы поменяли, ну хрен с ним, главное, что мы Овен. И все, и пошел жига-дрыга, понимаешь? Райан сейчас выберет ту самую, с кем мы в прошлый раз не могли потусоваться, потусуемся сейчас. Но все-таки мне это нравится, девушка, это тоже такая шикарная.
I'm Ryan. Can I sit? Thanks.
So, how did my questions make you feel?
There's a customer satisfaction survey.
Your feedback is greatly valued.
Is it actually, though?
Only if it's good.
It was nice.
Nice.
Yeah. That is a good thing, right?
Nice is a boring word that has no real meaning. Tell me the truth.
I genuinely thought it was nice, right?
Okay.
And your time is up. Thank you, ladies and gents. Lads, move on to your next table. Your date is awaiting.
Don't forget any of your stuff when you go.
I didn't bring any. Right, well, thanks.
Ну вот так мы испортили с ней отношения. Что надо было весело сказать и все. Это все. Ну такой ты скучный, такая ты скучный. Я не буду с тобой. Да ладно. Мы будем пытаться все-таки наладить отношения с теми, с которыми мы профанились в прошлый раз. Вот с этой скучной, блин, а. Она скучная.
Yeah, I'm Ryan.
Ryan, I'm Kathleen. Sorry, I just wanted to squeeze in a quick page. Do you mind if I get to the bottom?
Yeah, by all means, fire away.
Ну давай, читай свои книгульки, книжульки.
Done. All yours.
What are you reading?
The Evolution of Bond-Forming Dynamics Across the 21st Century by Professor Gertrude von Hasselhoff.
Well, it must be a pretty good read if you're sneaking in pages in between dates.
Oh, no. I have to finish it for a seminar tomorrow.
Да, проверим.
I'm a PhD student in behavioral psychology.
What do you think of it?
She has some interesting points. The chapter I'm on covers the influence of pop culture on behavioral modeling and attraction dynamics.
Yes. No, that does sound interesting, but I mean, please don't ask my opinion on it, because
Yeah. I wouldn't expect that of you. But if this goes well, maybe you'll learn a little something.
Okay, so you're here because you're looking for a study buddy.
No, quite the opposite. I need someone to keep me out of the library occasionally.
So the age-old work-life conflict.
Which side of it do you fall on?
Am I allowed to say that balance is best?
No. No fence-sitting, one or the other.
Но так как он одиночка у нас, и как бы нас подруга выпустила, наверное, работа.
I am definitely a workaholic.
Uh-oh. Guess I'll be dying in the library then. You know, there's a theory that being a workaholic stems from a lack of trust or an inability to delegate work tasks.
Oh, you're serious? No, I hope not. I always thought it was because I just like what I do.
I hope that's the case too. So, I have a confession to make.
Okay, already.
Everyone tells me that for whatever reason, I haven't lived.
I don't believe that.
I've never been to a nightclub.
Never. What, your 4th stint as a student and you've never even set foot in a nightclub?
I would rather spend the day in a cafe with a book and my laptop.
This is your halfway warning, guys. Halfway.
So you are still studying to become a more qualified psychologist?
The more you know, the more you earn. So where do you see yourself in 5 years? Sorry, I researched good speed dating questions before tonight.
That's what you got? It sounds a little bit more like you researched good job interview
Семейным
questions
человеком.
instead. I want a happy family by then. I just want to be in a loving relationship and however many kids life blesses me with.
Okay, so say life has blessed you with one child, boy or girl.
Okay, blessed was a bit of a lame choice of words.
No, it was sweet.
Oh, sweet. That's what every guy wants to hear on a first date.
Господи, она такая... Мальчик или девочка? Не верю в разности полов. Давайте посередине ответим, я думаю...
Am I allowed to say neither? Yeah, I feel like I'd leave them free to decide who they want to be. And if that subscribes to a gender norm, great. And if it doesn't,
If not, that's great too.
then go. Question. How do I know that all of this isn't part of your PhD thesis? That all the guys here aren't just your guinea pigs?
You don't. But a study at the University of Virginia found that we are more intrigued by those whose thoughts and feelings are unclear.
You have a study for everything. Is that supposed to be my key takeaway from today?
I'll offer you a better one. From Professor Nosselhoff? I'll find one from the start of the book. Ah, here we go. This is a good one. When we set off on a journey, we are riddled with excitement or apprehension. Nothing in between.
It's not exactly one you'd read in the toilet, is it?
No, not
Google
quite.
Well, that's Nosselhoff's opinion, but I think that apprehension is our body's way of telling us that something is worth doing, despite the risks.
You know, we can actually reprogram our brains to interpret nerves as excitement. They're similar chemicals. I did that before coming tonight.
Would you do that before tests as well, that sort of thing?
Oh yeah, very helpful for tests.
It's clever, isn't it?
Brain's clever.
Not mine.
Got 1 minute to go, guys. Just 1 minute.
Well, how do you fancy spending the final minute?
Why not leave that to Professor von Nosselhoff again? Let's get a takeaway from the end of the book.
People only care about the end of the book. I want the answers.
All right.
Right now, come on, I'm ready.
Final words from the book. Everything is transient. Time, life, relationships, none belong to us. Only our purpose does. Around it, all else is determined.
So the right things will enter the orbit that we create around ourselves. Is that what that means?
Exactly. Every decision we make affects who's pulled into that orbit, whether we know it or not. The quote is actually really relevant to my life. I'm finally focusing on my orbit and mine alone. Thanks for listening.
No problem. And I'm glad to hear you're doing that.
That's your lot. Ladies and gents, time's up. Let's be moving on.
This was fun, Ryan.
Yes, it was. It was really great to meet you, Kathleen.
So I'm not the biggest social media user, but they say that's the best way to keep in touch nowadays.
What does Professor von Nosselhoff say?
Who do you think I got it from? At Kathleen Parker 88.
Okay. I got it. Have a nice evening.
You too.
Ну, все равно она не такая скучная, мне кажется, ребят. Ну, честное слово. А. Она чисто для меня как-то очень.
Oh, hiya. You my date now?
Yeah, I guess I
Да,
am.
привет, спортсменка.
I'm Ryan.
Tony, nice to meet you. Sorry, I've got a match tomorrow, so I've got to keep limber.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what is it, a sports match? Do you play locally?
No, it's my job actually. I'm a footballer.
Я футболистка.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Should you be out dating the night before a match?
Oh, don't worry. It's fine as long as I'm in bed by 12, don't drink, non-alcoholic, and don't have sex.
What's your position?
Reverse cowgirl?
No. What is your football position?
What do you think?
That's a tough one.
Well, just say which area of the pitch. I'll narrow it down for you. I'm not tall enough to be a goalkeeper. I am a keeper in other ways, though.
Нападающая.
I reckon that you are pretty skillful. So I'm gonna say that you're up front.
What, you think I want all the glory? Got a big ego.
No, that's a bit of a conclusion to jump to.
I'm a defender. It's not all about goals and skills I have, you know. Defence is just as important.
You don't really win games with that, though, do you?
Well, you do. If you've got a shit defence, how are you going to win the game?
Yeah, if you say so.
Do you like sports yourself?
Yes, big time. Football, rugby, tennis, basketball, golf. I watch absolutely anything.
Yeah, same. If it's on the telly, I'll watch it.
Even if you don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I'll pick it up as I go along.
It's like watching the Olympics, isn't it? Where you become an expert in like some random event overnight.
Yeah, I became an avid curling and skateboarding fan for those 2 weeks.
Okay.
It's not your phone. Is this reminding me to carb load for tomorrow?
What are you having, pasta?
Footballer's best friend.
This is your halfway warning, guys.
Мне
There's
нужно,
3
говорит,
minutes to
поесть,
go.
потому что я спортсмен.
So, how did you become a pro?
I'd say my key influence was my dad. He used to take me to practices, to matches. He knew I fell in love with it and did everything to cultivate my passion. The kit, the travelling, consoling me after bad performances. Are you close with your parents?
No, I wanted to ask you more.
We ain't got time, right, lad? Tell me. If you want to, of course.
Оба.
Yeah, I'm lucky to have a great relationship with both my parents. They're both great. Yeah, they have a great relationship and they're kind of like a blueprint for the sort of person I want to be and the sort of partner I want to be with.
That's amazing. It's so hard to find people talk about both parents like that.
Yeah, God. Good parenting is definitely important.
It is.
Let's see how competitive you are. Do you fancy a quick challenge?
Obviously. Fancy a test of strength. I chuck weights around like toys in the gym.
Okay, that's some fighting talk. How about we do an arm wrestle?
You alright?
No, I'm kidding.
Nah, go on.
Yeah, I don't want to injure you before your game.
Get your arm on the table, lad.
Я сейчас как сделаю тебе. Я сейчас как делаю хит-трик, понимаешь? Ну все, блин.
Ready?
Set.
Go.
We're already holding hands.
I'm just desperate.
Or I'm irresistible.
You've got more than that. Come on. Come on.
Shit. I really thought I was winning that. You're stronger than you look.
Снизойти, похвастаться.
Look, I confess, I do some arm days in the gym, so...
Makes me feel a bit better. Still gutted though.
We've got 1 minute to go, guys. Just 1 minute.
Ooh, we're in stoppage time. What? Football's the best sport for making analogies.
No.
Do you fancy another quick challenge?
Yes, but what do you want to do?
Well, there's conversation starters and riddles, apparently.
Convenient.
Okay. A man looks at a painting and says, "Brothers and sisters, I have none, but that man's father is my father's son." Who's in the painting, the man or his son?
Непонятно. Человек смотрит на картину и говорит: братьев и сестер у меня нет, но отец мужчины, сын моего отца. Так, ну давайте сын мужчины, я не знаю.
Is my father's son, so he's looking at the man's son.
No, it's the man himself, isn't it?
I don't think so, but how do we find the answer? Oh, is it? It's folded in. Okay. More thoughts gone into this event than I gave it credit for.
Ready?
Hey!
Man's son. Bore off.
Listen, look, when you're good, you're good.
Yeah, fair play. You may have slightly more brains than me.
Yes, but you have slightly better feet than me, so we'll call it even.
Take it.
And that is time, everyone. Move on to your next date.
We crammed a lot into that.
Yes, we did. Yeah, it was great to meet you, Tony. Is that short for Antonia?
Spot on, but everyone calls me Tony. Do you want to keep in touch?
Yeah. What's your handle?
At TN7. Tony Newton and my shirt number 7.
That is some main character shit right there.
Get your beer.
I will not. Have a good night, Tony.
Ну, Тони как-то вот, блин, более такая, блин. Я думаю, надо с ней замутить дальше. Не, мы посмотрим и все другие варианты. Так, а кто здесь? А, этот наш друг.
I'm glad about that because I don't really know how many more I have left in me.
Well, I'm sure you made a fantastic impression.
I have always found it easier to fit in with women. I think I'm just more comfortable.
Ты, конечно, извини меня, ну, блин, ты классный
That may
чувак.
decide what kind of energy you want to exude yourself. Now, both are brilliant, but markedly different.
Активный? Ну, давай активный.
I definitely want someone who is dynamic and a lively personality to just spice up my life.
Ooh. Not to dominate, though.
No.
Так, ну что, мы наконец-то с двумя будем новенькими повстречаемся. Азалия, конечно, классная девчонка, но... Азалия, извини. Так, Тоня, вот она, наконец-то мы видим Тоню. Она путешествует, потому что она спортсменка, понимаешь ли? Вот она, блин, в море, наконец-то, может отдохнуть. Тоня, ты что заснула, блин, а? Где ты заснула? Вот она, наверное, с батей, блин, со своим на футболе, понимаете ли? Футбол — это все. Теперь с ней. Угу. С тобой. Так, ну видно, что... Ну, скучно, хотел сказать, жизнь, но хотя бы выпить. Это уже хоть не скучно. Опять книги. Опять. Так, это чья рука? Это чья рука тут, а? И вот так она вот обрезанная. Это чья рука? Ты кого-то подставил, а? Странно. Чья нога, блин, а? Это чья рука и чья нога? А? Это кто такие? Я не понял, что это такое вообще начинается, а? Ты что, помолвлена с кем-то, а? То есть ты ходишь на свидание, Кетлин, Катька, и с кем-то тут, понимаешь, ногой и рукой, блин, а? Теперь посмотрим, что будет у нас с девчонками. Потому что я хочу, чтобы Тоня была его любимой. А может, для меня сейчас Кетлин как-то раскроется иначе. Посмотрим сейчас. Ой-ой-ой!
Right, lad?
What time do you call it? Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I've got a valid excuse.
What happened to you?
I'll tell you in a sec, out my way. Basically, I went in for a 50-50 ball in my match today, crunched my ankle.
Is there anything I can do to help? Can I make you more comfortable? If you just wait 1 second, I might be able to find you a pillow or something.
It's fine, it's not my first injury.
Okay, I guess maybe some moral support.
Always nice, yeah. I've been getting some nice messages from my fans online, so that's been lovely.
It must be really cool having your own fan base.
Yeah, I mean, it's small, but well-formed. And looking forward to getting a message from my newest follower.
Oh, you spotted me. I feel special.
Well, you shouldn't. Most of my followers are females, so Ryan stood out.
Okay, I'll know for future.
Just gotta keep that head in check.
Would you like a drink?
Yeah, I'd love one.
Yeah? What would you like?
Beer?
Yeah?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Just always do that cheers where you cheers and then I'd never take a drink afterwards. I've heard that's bad luck.
That's 7 years bad sex, apparently.
Cheers. So, would you say that you're quite a rough player?
I prefer daring.
Daring. Okay. Will we put that to the test? Do you want to play a game of truth or dare? It might be a good way to get to know each other.
Well, only if I get to ask first. Truth or dare?
Why do you get to go first?
Well,
Да,
this
правда.
isn't your average date. My foot's in the boot. I need to warm into it.
Okay, I will go with truth.
Oh, you're easing your way into it as well, okay. Where is the weirdest place you've peed?
You for real? Seriously?
Yeah, guys abuse the fact that they can just pee on the go.
Not all guys.
And you specifically?
Ну, не знаю. Давай раковину.
I once visited a friend of mine in university. After a night of heavy drinking, he passed out in the bathroom.
You pissed on him?
No. He locked himself in the bathroom.
Right.
So I didn't have another option, so I pissed in the sink.
Oh, Ryan.
No, I ran the tap and everything. What else was I supposed to
That's
do?
disgusting. Use a plant pot?
Sorry, how is a plant pot better? At least if
You're washing dishes.
I didn't piss on the dishes.
That's disgusting, Ryan.
I thought that was the game. I had to be honest.
Too honest.
Now it's my turn for a little bit of payback. Truth or dare?
There, straight in. Remember, I'm injured.
Yeah, otherwise I'd have you cartwheeling around the bar if you weren't.
Well, I'd have done it.
I really do believe that you would have.
Дай мне почитать свою личку. О тайном таланте.
Show me a secret talent that you have that no one knows you can do.
Okay. Well, see, I've actually got this alter ego of this old Irish lady.
Irish lady. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
So I think you'll like her.
What's her name?
Oh, I've never named her before. Let's call her Antoinette. Yeah.
The common Irish name.
Oh, hang on. Here she's coming. Oh, her right there, Roy lad. If it were 1962, we'd be going home right now.
Please, never bring Antoinette out again. No, I'm kidding. Can I get her number? She is dreadful, though. Where does she make appearances? Like birthday parties or?
Just in my head. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Truth or dare?
You just don't mess about, do you?
It's about creating tempo, right, lad?
Life's just one big training drill to you, isn't it?
Давай
No,
10.
I'm only kidding. But hurry up.
Dare. Tempo, come on.
Okay, talk to me for the next 30 seconds while holding your orgasm face.
How the hell am I supposed to know what that looks like?
Oh, I don't know, just imagine it.
So, sorry, you want me to imagine sitting here in this bar that I'm having an orgasm?
Oh, that's the dare, isn't it?
Here's a fact for you. The amount of people older than you never goes up.
That's the stuff you think about.
30 seconds is a very long time to hold an orgasm.
Oh, I'm getting the voice too.
Anything for you, Misha.
Misha?
She's my best friend. Anyway, shall we do one last round?
Why not? Truth.
I haven't even asked you yet.
It's my job to think ahead. Yeah? I've got to keep this pace up.
Give me a moment, I'm getting there.
Худший интимный опыт. Не, давайте лучше этот.
Got one. What is the
Не
most
хочется оценить.
disgusting food combination that just makes sense to you?
Easy. I'm notorious on the training ground for my love of mayo sandwiches. You get 2 slices of white bread, a dollop of mayo in the middle. Nothing like it.
Why? Why?
So good.
Why don't you add literally anything into it?
Look, don't blame me that your palate is unrefined, yeah?
You have mayonnaise on everything.
Oh, I like it in a mayo sandwich.
Yeah, but you must have it on other stuff as well, if you're going to have a pure mayo sandwich.
Well, I might have it on the side, yeah.
So you dip the mayo sandwich in mayo.
No. We're not crazy, yeah?
That would be too far.
Okay, it's enough babbling from me. Your turn, right? Truth or dare? Double or nothing.
Okay. Well, there's a lot riding on this one then.
Well, there's nothing like a strong finish.
Давай правду.
Trust me.
Truth, baby.
Okay. What's your guilty pleasure?
That is a good question. I am torn between sweets and like girly movies, chick flicks, sort of thing.
Well, there's nothing wrong with a guy that likes watching films girls like.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. It's kind of more the perception that comes along with it, though. Like, they're the sort of movies that I wouldn't admit to my guy friends that I'm watching.
Well, as a woman who plays a sport that men like, that perception can be quite damaging. It's made my life so tough. You shouldn't gender things like that.
Films.
Films, clothes, sports, everything. That mindset stops people pursuing things they really like.
Okay. I promise that I'll do my best to correct my wording going forward.
I just wanted to pull you up on it. It's these kind of conversations that can lead to positive change. That's me.
What do we have? Another alarm to carb load?
No, it's my dad. Just take this, hang on. Hey, Pops. Yeah, ankle's fine. I'm just out with a friend. The noise in the background, we're just out, but I've got my foot elevated. Dad, I am recovering. It's not harmful here. Okay, all right, Dad. Okay, yeah, I'll leave now.
So you always shout at you like that?
Only when I deserve it.
I don't think anyone deserves to be shouted at like that.
Well, he's right. I've got fresh injury and I should be at home resting, really.
Yeah, but do you really need someone to be that tough on you?
I mean, it's kind of made me who I am today. Made me the player I am.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, the reason I'm asking is just so long as it doesn't upset you.
No, it doesn't affect me mentally. I mean, I might have missed out on a few things when I was a teenager. You know, didn't do the things regular teenagers did.
Or the things that regular adults do?
I mean, I guess, but I'm also living my dream.
The sacrifices that go along with it, isn't it?
It's part of the job. Anyway, I should go. I'm just gonna use the loo first.
Yeah. Do you want to hang it up or?
All right.
Ну, как-то сдулась Тоня в моих глазах. Сдулась.
You all good to go?
Yeah.
Cool. I will find a waiter and we'll just pay the bill.
Oh, no, I got it on my way back from the toilet.
You've paid? You cheeky.
Well, it's my fault we're ending early, so...
Yeah, well, thank you.
Anytime. I mean it. Had a cracking night.
Yeah, so did I. Did you get your dad to call you deliberately just to leave me wanting more? Is that what happened?
Shit. Busted.
Yeah. Are you okay getting home?
Yeah, I've ordered a cab, but you can hop in with me if you like. Help me home.
Yeah.
Короче, она за нас заплатила. Ну, в следующий раз, типа, Райан заплатит. Или поровну.
Ryan.
Please? No, don't get up.
Hi.
The early bird catches the worm. Have you been waiting long?
No, I was just passing time with a bit of people watching. I love thinking about what brought all these humans to cross paths with me.
Do you have any good stories?
Yeah, that couple over there. Yeah, don't look. They're having a relationship showdown. When they arrived, he was really physically affectionate with her. But then as she became more animated, he withdrew into himself.
Do you think it's over?
She'll hear him out, but her body language suggests she's made up her mind. How do you take breakups?
Wait. I want to know, is there anything that he could do that could save the relationship?
It really depends on how unhappy she is.
Но мы же говорили, что не было отношений, то есть никогда не бросали.
I don't really have a reference point here.
You've never been broken up with?
Nope. Have you? If you don't mind me asking.
It would be unfair if I minded after asking you. I have had one great heartbreak that impacted me profoundly. So, you know, I'm totally over it.
I can't really imagine you being hung up on someone.
We all make mistakes.
That we do.
So, I saw that you found me on social media.
Yes. I hope you don't mind the likes.
Not at all. I'm awful at it, so I appreciate the support.
No, you're not. You have some great, cool, natural images on there. I really like seeing a person's social media because I think it's a great little insight into them.
Yeah, but they can also create false representations of themselves.
Yes, they can, but even that is an interesting insight in itself.
Very true. Cheers.
Винишко.
It's very good wine.
It is French.
My knowledge on wine is not fantastic.
Old world would be like French, like European.
California newer.
Yeah.
How is the studying going?
Well, I've been living in the library, but what's new there? We did cover an interesting topic, though. You know how we have different styles of learning and communication? Well, broadly speaking, there are two distinct ways of thinking, emotional or rational.
Okay, can you tell what I am?
I can evaluate you, but I take no responsibility if you don't like the results.
No. Except that we are on a second date, so a bad evaluation also reflects on you.
That is true. All right, let's do this. So, how are you at making new friends? Do you actively engage with everyone and anyone, or are you a lone wolf?
Can I not be somewhere in between? Like that I'm selective with my company.
No, you have to pick one side of the spectrum.
Одинокий волк. Ну, давай так.
I mean, I can socialize when I need to.
As we can see.
Yes. Most of the time, I would prefer my own company. I mean, I guess you could call me a loner.
No, not at all. I definitely appreciate an introverted energy.
What's the next question?
This is a good one. Does seeing other people cry move you to cry yourself?
Okay, this is very specific.
Oh, these questions are rooted in psychological study.
So you didn't just get them online?
No.
I definitely cry with people. A really good friend of mine had a kid a couple of years ago. And his name is Harry.
Гарри Поттер?
And I was invited to his nursery school's sports day. And they had a race at one stage. So they had all the kids were involved. So some kids could only crawl, some could walk, and then some were in between. So they gave them like a stroller.
That is so sweet and very inclusive.
Very inclusive, yes. My friend's little son, Harry, was on the stroller. So he kind of was at that stage where he could like stand up and like, you know, like a little drunk fella and kind of have to hold on to things. So the race starts and one of the walking kids just tears off straight past him. So Harry kind of fell over. Yes, and so when he was getting back up, he couldn't get the stroller back up. So he just started walking for the first time.
No way.
No, he did. And my friend went to the finish line and was waiting for him and was calling, was like, Harry, come on, Harry.
Did he catch up to the walker?
No. No. He made it there in the end, and then my friend started crying when he got to the end, which kind of it set me off.
That's a lovely story.
Yeah, no, it really was a great day.
Excuse me, just popping to the loo.
Сейчас зазвенит телефон, да? Не буду смотреть. Хотя очень интересно, а мой телефон посмотрели бы? Думаю, вряд ли. Я вообще бы не посмотрела бы.
Hello.
Hello.
What did I miss?
Not much. So what's next?
Here's a big one. Are you a planner or a spur-of-the-moment person?
So am I calculated or spontaneous?
That's a more erudite way of putting it.
Erudite, what?
Like articulate.
Вообще,
Yes,
планирую.
articulate, yes. I have to admit, I am a serial planner. Even things you didn't think could be planned, I will have a spreadsheet, I will have a schedule, I will have everything.
Do you break down all of your dates into a spreadsheet?
No, come on, that's too much even for me. Do people do that?
Oh, you'd be shocked.
Do you?
Next up, do you like to actively or passively participate in a narrative? So if someone is telling a story, how does it unfold in your head?
Like, do I experience it in the first or the third person?
Exactly. Do you actively visualize yourself in the action, or do you passively absorb it from a distant perspective?
I would immerse myself in stories. Like, if I walk out of the cinema, I've been imagining that I'm the main character.
I'm the opposite. I take in the story, but nothing more.
You are missing out.
No, I still appreciate a well-told story. I just like to keep an objective distance, which is good for a psychologist. Your mode of experiencing narrative is interesting. Imagine if you could go a step further and actually have agency in the story.
Well, as though you could change the movie with different decisions. Mm-hmm. Yes, that would be cool.
Final question, Ryan.
Feet don't fail me now.
You can't fail.
Don't make it less dramatic.
Do you get impatient with people less efficient than yourself?
Like how the waiter hasn't taken our food order yet.
Oh, awkward. I think it's order at the bar.
Ooh, I guess I'll let him off that one then.
Нет.
I think getting impatient is pointless. Like, what do you actually gain from getting upset at someone else's shortcomings? It doesn't change anything.
Very little. You just overburden yourself with angst.
Or, I mean, you just end up discouraging others.
Patience is a virtue.
So, what is the verdict?
Хотя это не про
Based on your
умных,
answers, you are
может быть.
a
Ну,
rational thinker.
ладно.
You are logic-focused and pragmatic. You prefer to analyze concrete
Я точно
details
не
in a
знаю.
situation.
Is that good for dating?
Some people date successfully by ticking a set of boxes.
Okay, but you also need an emotional connection too.
Yeah, like anything, you need an emotional connection to balance out the rationality.
Тут
Yours was
опять.
particularly about like the pop culture influence on behavioral.
Modeling and attraction dynamics. And I think that that's something that's really relevant right now, especially with like all the reality dating shows.
Like, what do you do if you're not studying?
I like to read, which is just studying,
Not
isn't
far
it?
off it.
Короче, хорошо провели с ней день.
So who's gonna get the third date?
Ну, конечно же,
No
мы с
commentary,
библиотекаршей
please.
пойдем. Потому что та
Scrolling.
все-таки очень... Да.
Scrolling back. Oh.
Тони оказалась не той самой. Но у библиотекарши тоже нет. Все-таки Азалия, та, которая вот именно строк, она бы более... Ну, я что-то не так отвечала, видимо. Ну, поэтому пойдемте, Кетлин. А может, Кетлин наша тоже судьба.
Push the button. Don't make me do it. Run. Ready?
No, wait.
Hello, Kathleen. It is Ryan here speaking. How are you doing? I'm fine. I was wondering if you were free at all this week, and if you wanted to maybe meet up, maybe get dinner, you know, take a break from the library. Yeah? Okay, yes, that sounds great. I will get back in touch, and I'll send you on some details or something. Okay, bye.
Amazing.
That's a relief.
How amazing.
God.
You did sound like you were selling a mortgage.
She said yes, though.
Это вот парень
I
ипотеку.
didn't know what to say. What do you say?
Блин, я сейчас тоже хочу кофе.
Evening, evening.
Yeah. Good evening yourself.
Lovely little spot you found here, right at the bar.
Yes, this is where all the action is. Oh, would you like a drink?
Oh, yes, please.
Nibbles?
Oh, always.
What would you like?
White wine, please.
Ту-ту-ту. Белое вино.
How
Одобряю.
much, sir?
Ooh, chili on tortilla chips. Oh, the Brits do some interesting things, don't they?
Don't get me started.
Is this romantic or is this silly?
I don't know. Here, have a tortilla chip. There you go. Cheers.
Cheers. This is my first proper dinner date since my last relationship.
Was it a regular thing?
Not when it wasn't cooked by me.
Блин, так мило
He
одета
wanted
даже
me to
она.
do all the domestic duties.
And you didn't want to be a housewife.
No. Playing devil's advocate, though, I was a student and he was earning all of the household income.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure there was a compromise you could have found.
We never did. He wanted me to quit my studies, and the rest is history.
So you did you, and you stuck to what you wanted to do. I respect that. That takes guts.
Is there an income setup that you would prefer?
Well, living in London is pretty hard on either these days.
I know. What even is a living wage in this city?
Ну, я думаю, общий правильно. Общий доход.
I would say a dual income, probably. I mean, it's not really like back in the day where one person's income would be enough to sustain an entire household. I think that financial security is really important in a long-term relationship.
More than emotions?
Yeah, but emotions thrive in a stable environment.
That's really hard for me to hear. It'll be 2 or 3 more years before I earn a proper income.
Look, it's way too early to be even having these conversations anyway.
I know, but still good to know.
So, thank you for coming today.
That's a really great spot. It's public but private.
Извините, я немножко Ой, кстати, мы даже забыли про отношения-то наши. А в чем плохо вы имеете общий доход? Действительно, это же как бы подушка безопасности для всей семьи общий. Я не понимаю, ребята. Ну, может быть, у меня с башкой что-то не так, и я так думаю. Но общий доход должен быть все равно, если это семья. А раздельный – это уже не семья. Ну, блин. Как-то не знаю, честно. Но если она не может, ну, поддержит больше, имеется в виду, частью своего дохода. В чем проблема, блин, Кетлин? Что-то ты меня как-то, смутила. Я что-то не понимаю тебя. Что она? Уверенный, доброта, юмор, зрелость. Мы для нее зрелые, да? Хорошо. А Тони что о нас думает? Тони... Беззаботный, уверенный, доброта, юмор. Ну, короче, мы вообще идеально для нее, да? Хорошо. Короче, Кетлин, ты, пожалуйста, прости, если что-то я там это как-то...
People open up more in intimate settings.
Do they? Okay, well, tell me something new then.
I've got a scar under my hair.
Oh, how did that happen?
Actually, there's something else I should tell you.
No, I want to know about the scar.
I'm in the middle of divorce proceedings.
Бракоразводном процессе.
It's uncharted territory for me. You're the first person I've got this far with since my marriage ended. We've been separated for 2 years. My education was the big problem. I couldn't contribute financially, and I wasn't willing to have a child before I graduated. He couldn't wait. I totally understand if that's an issue. I'm so sorry again.
Так, я что-то пропустила. Ребят, я не знаю, как ответить, честно слово. Я что-то не поняла, даже посмотрев в записи, я не поняла, блин. Но она, то есть, сказала, что она в разводе из-за того, что тот хотел ребенка, и она не могла финансово как бы поддерживать еще. То есть она мало зарабатывала, чем он. Вот. И как бы это была проблема еще в семье в этой. Вот, короче, я не знаю. Возможно. Давайте нет, ответим. Я не знаю, правда.
No, look, it doesn't bother me one iota. Past is the past.
Thank you, Ryan.
I want your academic opinion on something.
Oh, golly.
Are we compatible? Like, what are our prospects beyond this?
Well, we wouldn't have made it this far if we weren't at least a little bit compatible. But there is still one area that we don't have much data on.
And what is that?
Sexual compatibility.
Сексуальная
It can be
совместимость.
developed over time, but normally it's better if it's there from the start.
Okay, aside from, you know, the obvious way, is there a way for us to estimate what that compatibility would be?
With theory? What kind of lover are you? I mean, in a nutshell, I don't need the plain.
Романтик?
I am a romantic. Yeah, candles, maybe some slow jazz music, some rose petals, massage.
Slow and steady. Very sensual.
Yeah, I prefer it to be an emotional as well as a physical experience.
For sure. Personally, though,
Она покраснела.
I like things a little kinkier. Don't act so surprised.
Вот такая тихоня. Ну какая.
I am it. No. Kinky.
I still need to gather some data before my hypothesis. If you had to pick Do you prefer to give or receive?
I mean, you stressed the had because you knew I would have said both.
Oh, you are very smart. Has anyone ever told you that?
Yes, actually, yeah, they have. It was almost as sarcastic as you just did.
Давать.
I am a giver. Definitely.
Your reasons being?
Well, I mean, I actually enjoy it, for one thing. It's also much better when both people are having fun, because otherwise it kind of just feels a bit like servicing.
That's a nice way to put it.
Also, it is a little bit of an ego boost if you can make the other person feel good.
If your technique is good. Those are very valid reasons. You are an attentive lover indeed.
Okay, what do you want to know next?
That's all I really needed.
Okay. Well, what's the verdict?
Contrary to what I said, sexual chemistry is actually best discovered firsthand.
Okay.
That wasn't an invitation. But I appreciate you being so open and honest.
Okay.
Only a half pint.
Ну, я
Very conservative.
прям
Yeah, I just don't want to get too smashed early, you know?
что-то как-то я зважила
Marky, can we
теперь
get some more
ее,
wine for this one, then?
что она такая зажигалочка внутри. Это
So,
очень хорошо.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Books. Oh, thank you. Hopefully, I'll be able to retain some information. Wine tends to give me brain fog. So I'm thinking I should ask where your head's at.
Are we not still on the casual dating stage?
We are. I just don't want either of us to waste our time.
Okay.
Отношения,
Yeah, no,
конечно.
I can appreciate that. I really like you, Kathleen. I feel like we have connected in loads of different ways. And I would like to see if it could progress beyond casual dating. And I really hope you feel the same.
Yeah, I do feel the same.
Ой. Даже здесь поцелуй на показ. О, тут это хорошее.
Is that giving you any more data for the compatibility test?
Sorry, I think I'm gonna need a bigger sample size.
Oh, okay.
Блин, ну это мне нравится. Райан и Кетлин теперь вместе. И его IQ уже... О, ну вообще, нет. Кетлин для меня раскрылась. Доберитесь успеха в отношениях Кетлин. Но, ребята, честно, я не думала, что так получится. Вот реально, меня какая-то удивила, ребят. Я думала, она такая очень скучная, книги, все это, философия. А в жизни она оказалась совсем другой. Вот что значит, не суди человека по обложке, сначала прочти ее. Я сразу сначала обсудила, сказала, блин. Оказалось, что она оказалась еще какая, блин, Катька, да ты еще какая, оказывается, я тебя, блин, теперь люблю. В общем, ребята, я попыталась несколько раз пройти Азалию. Азалия очень сложная вообще. Я не знаю, блин. Азалия все-таки, она действительно не для Райана. Для нас была, возможно, может быть, одна, вот такая. Ну, все-таки да. Кетлин это наша, ребята, Кетлин это наша для Райана. Райан у нас не для Азалии вышел, потому что пыталась еще раз, не получилось. Так что, ребята, я рада, что наконец-то Райан у нас не один, а наконец-то с нашей Кетлин. И, ребята, обязательно сыграйте в эту игру, она очень классная вышла, прям реально, мне она очень понравилась, так что я советую вам тоже ее пройти. А пока, не забывайте подписываться на данный канал, оставляйте свои комментарии под этим видео и ставьте лайки. На этом все, до скорой встречи, пока!